Okay, now, yes, we are streaming live on YouTube right now. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, okay. Jeez, Louise.
I'm on the radio in 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. All right. You know what? Oh, you'll need the background.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Now I know I downloaded your picture. Question is, where did I put it? All right, let me go get it again. Cool cow, original starts out. Hip hop, beep, pop, what? Hip to the hip, to the hop. You don't start to the. Okay. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yo, is that you, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm clearing my throat.
Yo, I can hear you. Okay. So. Oh.
Maurice? Hello?
Yeah, can
Yeah.
you hear me? All right,
Yes.
cool. Cool. Uh, all right, so I'm just having a little technical issues right now, but restarting my computer, and then we should be good to go. Cool, Kyle.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna be switching between you and the logo of Mr. Wes Parker.
Okay.
I swear when I go to say his last name, I feel like I'm gonna say Peter.
I hear you.
Hey Wes, you got any Spider-Man blood in you?
I wish. I wish.
Man, me and
That
you
would make life
both.
a lot easier.
Me and you both. I wouldn't be single either.
I, I feel that, dude.
All
I
right.
You
feel
know,
that.
I'd have options.
You and I both.
Wait, you ain't? I thought you ain't single.
No, I am.
You single,
Yeah, yeah.
bro? I thought you had a woman.
Oh, I did back in like 2013 or 2012 when I met you.
Ah, so that changed, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For the better. I'll tell you that.
So Wes, I got the colored picture of you. I'm gonna show you right now. You see the one? You
Okay.
see it? All right, so I'm gonna be switching back from that and Cool Kyle throughout the night.
Cool, man. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
So I tried to give you as much publicity as I could this week. Um, but throughout the week, I'm gonna be giving you more because the way I do it is I don't like publicize in advance anymore because if people don't show up, then I've just given them free publicity.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, so what I do is like after they come on and stuff like that, I promote them throughout the week after they've been on. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll let people know um if that other person shows up, then they get publicity the week on until we
Yeah.
become famous enough for people to be like, oh, I'm gonna show up. You know what I mean? So,
Yep. Yep. I feel you.
kind of little gimmick, I guess.
Hey, if it works, it
Uh-huh.
works.
We'll
No,
find out,
no.
right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
about to.
Do it the way you want to do it, brother.
You know. Um. So, Miss Reynolds is. Oh my! Listen, y'all. Miss
Yes.
Terry Reynolds is online. Um.
Okay.
And I'm about to introduce y'all to Cool Kyle in a moment, but there's one more thing I got left to do, Kyle, before I really get into that introduction. So you just give me 1 second. Yo, that music right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, that music is a Gobi system.
Okay.
Um, they're a Senegalese hip hop band,
Yeah, yeah.
bro. You know Abio Madoum from the Last Poets, right?
Right.
So they did a video, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, with Abio Doom,
Okay.
right? It's called Back to the Basics. Yo, that video is dope, bro.
Okay.
Now, the dopest thing about it for me personally as an individual was I got to be in the video as a DJ.
Oh, that's cool.
You know what I'm saying? With
Yeah, that's cool.
with them and Gobi System.
Okay.
Now, here's what makes it even doper. You ready?
I'm ready.
Guess who was supposed to be on deck that day to DJ?
I have no idea, Maurice, who.
Bro, Cool Herc.
Wow.
So you
Okay.
know, so when you get to like fill the slot for um
Someone of his stature. I feel you, brother. I feel you.
bro, I don't mind being like, on the fourth bleacher, the fourth team. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you on the
saying?
second. You on the second. You on the first bench, second tier. But that's cool because you replaced her.
Yep.
I feel
Yep.
you. I feel you. I feel you.
So now that we got everything set up, our page is there. People can watch it on our page right now. So what I'm gonna do is
Okay.
I'm gonna put the link into the group. Kyle, you might not be able to get the link, but everybody else will. So if you guys
Right.
want to send it out to your friends and let them know that they can watch from the outside, the
Right.
link is right there. Also,
Okay.
um, what I'm gonna do because it's Wes. Let me see. How can I do this, Wes? Real quick. Real quick. Let me think. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and not only that. Okay. Okay. We got Cool Kyle on the phone. So give me a second. We got to do this real big, real quick. You know what I'm saying? Wes and Cool Kyle on the same night, on the same day. What the hell? Jeez. Wow. Damn. Wow. Yo. Oh
Party, that's for sure.
man, listen. Yo, listen. Just give me. Can y'all give me 7 more minutes, please? Just 7 more minutes.
7.
Yeah. I'm
You
sorry,
just,
Kyle.
you,
Bro,
wow, bro. You said
it-
7.
it- it's not even gonna
You
be
get,
7. It's not even gonna be 7. I just said that. It's not even gonna be 7. I just said that.
yeah. Okay.
Um, it's not. It won't be 7.
I got you, brother. I got you.
I gotta just start the broadcast real quick. Once I start the broadcast, we're going.
Okay.
How you doing, Terry?
I'm doing good.
You doing good? Only good? Are you serious? You ain't doing better than that? Like
I'm
stupendous?
doing great.
Like
I'm
that's
still
it?
here. I'm doing great.
You're
I'm
only
doing
doing
awesome.
you only
I'm
awesome? That's
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious great.
no. First of all, the fact that you said doses, the
I'm
fact that
great.
you had the doses at the end. Okay, okay, that's telling me something. It's good to see you. I'm glad
Yes,
you're
I
here with
am.
us this weekend.
Yes,
All
I'm
right.
trying to. I had to get a new phone, so my video is cutting up, and I'm not a happy camper right now.
Well, I'm pretty sure it'll be all right. One of these days, you'll get it. I'm gonna have to leave the radio station out of it tonight. And then what I can do is I'll do the radio station another night. Um, but tonight though,
Yeah,
I'm
you got your
definitely.
heavy hitters. I don't want nothing. I want
Oh
to
no,
hear
you're
them.
gonna have something. You're gonna have something because we're about to get started. And all right, cool. So we got on Facebook. All right, we getting on all the pages. Boom. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we doing this big. Oh yeah. Boom. One more time. One more time. One more time for your mind. Your what? One more time for the mind. Nice. Okay. 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 Who's ready?
Yo, let's go.
Hey yo, ladies and gentlemen. Can y'all hear me out there? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Okay. Yo, this is live, just so everybody knows. It's going on Facebook, wherever it can be booked. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's going to end up. I don't care where. In another hemisphere. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to go real quick, and then I'm going to go to the Master Blaster. We got Phaedra in the house. We got Wes Parker, who's going to be featuring tonight. We got Jonathan Becker in the house. We got Miss Terry Reynolds. And ladies and gentlemen, listen up. We got, you know what? Hey, listen, I wish I could say enough, but we got, y'all see that picture right there? Y'all see that picture right there? The Wild Style. We got the original style, Cool Kyle in the house. How you doing, Mr. Cool Kyle?
Yo, Maurice Taylor, what up, baby boy? What's up, man?
Hey, man, you know how it is? Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. I'm a little nutty right now.
Yeah,
I'm a little nutty.
I see.
Like, bro, I'm hyped, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, we got Cool Kyle, the original Star Child, and oh, my God.
Thank you,
Yo,
Maurice.
hey,
Thank you, man. Thank you a
hey,
lot.
man.
I appreciate that.
Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I need to tell you something. Judy
Yes,
Holmes
sir.
just logged in. What's up, Judy? I gotta be honest with you, Cool Kyle, and you might hate me
Yeah.
after this, but I gotta tell you anyway, cause I'm one of those dudes like I can't keep a secret.
Okay.
Hey, when we was on the phone having a conversation one time, I wanted to record it, but I didn't because you know what I'm saying. You know, I didn't want to make you mad, right? I didn't
Yeah,
want to make you
man.
mad and
Yeah.
hate me, bro. So I was
Yeah.
like,
Well,
so
I
I was
wouldn't have
like,
hated you, Maurice. I wouldn't have hated you, but I
yep,
definitely would have questioned you about that, B. Without talking to you, because you my man. You know how we do. You my
yeah,
man,
man.
50 grand all day.
Yo, listen, you don't understand, bro. You know what I'm saying? Having being able to talk to you and being able to like record. See, if I talk to you and I don't record it, people gonna be like,
Right.
yeah, you lying. You lying.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. I mean, I don't know why they would think that, but my
You
man,
know,
you my dude. You already know that. So,
you
I
know,
support poetic. I support poetic recovery. Your movement, your attitude, the way you get down, it's superlative to me, and I really like it, man. So this is why, you know, I got to get with you on the regular because you're doing something special and important, especially in these days and times. Cats need to wake up and realize there's a better way, and you're trying to bring that. So
but you,
it's a pleasure for me to be associated with you and to be able to give you a little bit of knowledge in my history and what I've done and what I'm getting ready to do and all that. It's not
you
a
know
problem.
that's one of the reasons why I love people like you, Tony Crush. You know what I'm saying? DJ, Johnny Juice, who've come through. You know, supported Poetic Recovery, man. Because let me tell you, man. You know, when people hear that you've been on drugs, let me keep it in the eye because I don't want people to think I'm talking about anybody else. When people hear
Right.
like I've been on drugs, you know what I'm saying? I've been in jail and I've got, still working to get my life together because it's always an evolutionary process. You
Of
know what I'm
course.
saying? They want to take a step back. And I'm like, hey, listen, like, here's the real deal, right? Like, you got doctors, you got lawyers,
Of course.
you got physicists, you got people in all incredible um walks
Things
of
in life.
life,
You're right.
you know what I'm
You're
saying,
right.
who
Mm-hmm.
have, unfortunately, you know what? I'm not gonna say unfortunately because in our youth or whenever, you know what I'm saying, we want to go to a party, you know what I'm saying? We want to like, hang out with the crowd and the crowd is doing this and we like, yo, what you doing? Yo, this makes you feel good. Now check it out. There's some people who are cool already. They're like, nah, I'm good with that. But I'm not judging you, but I'm good. I don't want to do that. And then there's some people, man, like, I know for me, through the
Mm-hmm.
trauma I've been through, I wasn't happy inside myself. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, once I smoked the joint, not the first time, but the second time I smoked the joint, bro, I cracked the hell up. And I can't tell you that in the first 16 years of my life that I laughed that hard. You know what I'm saying? And so
Gotcha.
that drew me in.
Gotcha.
What I didn't know is that there was going to be a graduation process. Now, I
Yes,
never
sir.
thought I graduated from high school, but I did graduate from weed to shrooms one night, and then I graduated to crack, and you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so, like, I didn't know that that's where it was going to lead me, bro. But for
Right.
someone of your stature to look at me and be like, yo, bro, I love what you're doing. I love that you're using your story to give people hope. To like, yo, man, I'm a brother. I've been molested. I've been raped. You know what I'm saying? It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't say anything about you what other than the fact that like, yo, you decide to like overcome it. You know what I'm saying? We decide to open up,
Exactly.
let other people in. You know what I'm saying? So
And
we
you know
can
what?
keep moving and bring others with
You
me.
know.
So I got to give you love for that, man.
Oh, no doubt, Maurice. Let me say this to you real quick. What you have gone through is part of not but a human experience. Listen, we go through trials and tribulations. We learn. We fuck up. We get better. Maybe we don't, but it's part of being human, man. And once a person realizes they're not the criminal in their behavior, it's that things happen. You get into it. You really don't know why because you're not experienced to find out why. But if you take the time to learn, which anybody who really wants to get better will do eventually, and I say eventually with a long stick because some people wake up sooner than later, and that's all right as long as you wake up. And when you wake up, you realize, number one, you get rid of the blame game. The blame game is highly important in this shit because you'll blame yourself and you won't get better. Once you know that these things happen and you hear experiences of other people, especially people who are stupendous in life right now, people who are doing anything that they wanted to do, have whatever they want, you can be that too, but you have to learn you can get there. And once you realize you can get there, which is a hard road to travel, because it's not easy to believe you could be that dude, that person, that woman, that king, that queen. You can. And once you realize you can, then it's a little bit better, man. So I don't blame anybody, man. Listen, we've talked and I've shared experiences. At the end of the day, it's a human experience. Nobody on this planet is better than the next person. It's all a matter of their experiences and where they happen to be. And if you're not pleased with where you are, you have the power through a spiritual guidance. I emphasize that most emphatically, a spiritual guidance to move on. If you believe in that, you'll be all right.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. So I was talking to you about this the other day. I spoke to the mother of Pop Smoke today.
Yes,
May he rest in peace. Pop Smoke was a
yes. God bless him. Yes,
man. I was checking out his videos, and you know, it's not something I can't get into the music because if I get into that mindset, you know what I'm saying, everybody around me gonna, got something coming to him, you know what I'm saying? But he's dope, you know what I'm saying? His lyrics are just incredible.
right.
Man, well, one of his videos got up to 45 million views.
Yeah, you told me that. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like he was doing his thing, man, you know what I'm saying? So bless him, you know what I mean? Um,
Yes.
you know, you know, he was a victim of a house invasion.
Right.
And they came in and killed him and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Wow.
So I talked to his moms, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm gonna hook you up with her because I said
No
like
doubt.
if there's only a couple people on my list who I know that would be great in terms of hip hop pioneers to really,
Right.
connect with the youth and to be able to talk to them about, you know, making life decisions and which way they can go. And so I
Right.
was like, yo, I know this brother, Cool Kyle, the original Star Child, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he'd be really great. And so what she's gonna want to do is talk to you And so when
Okay.
they have the event early that morning, it's gonna be on Zoom, right?
Right.
You're gonna be with her.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so when she's speaking, she's gonna give you a little bit so you can speak, and so people know
Okay.
that you rolling with them. You know what I'm saying? They rolling with you. You feel
Wow.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
So all right. And
I
so
look forward to that. I look
you
forward
know,
to that, and I'm honored that she would include me in her family celebration of his life and his homegoing. That's an honor. I appreciate that.
and all this is happening. You know, Hip Hop Congress is supporting her in the celebration of her son's life. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And so as the Northeast Regional Director of Hip Hop Congress and the connecting that you and I've had through Poetic Recovery, you know what I'm saying? I'm making that happen because we all need it, man. We need people like you, Phaedra,
Thank you.
Wes,
Thank you.
Jonathan, you know, Judy, Terry, William Cupiano, who's been a sponsor of Poetic Recovery for years, you know what I'm saying, who makes guitars. He's incredible. Um, you know, so
Great.
many people, man. Sam Bradley, who runs Pamusa, the African American Museum, who's been supporting Poetic Recovery, and myself for a long time. You know what I'm saying? There's other people that I'm gonna name at some point in time, but I know we don't have long with you. So, you know what I mean?
I feel
Bro,
you, brother. I mean,
you
they
was
can't. You
telling me
already know that.
you was telling me a story.
Okay.
You was in a movie. What movie was that you was in?
I've been in a couple of movies. Which one are you referring to? Is it a hip hop movie?
Yeah, it was a hip hop movie. Which one was that?
Okay.
You
Well,
was doing
I was in one movie that never came out with myself, Run DMC, Lovebug Starsky. But the one you're talking about is called Downtown 81. That's actually the first filmed movie, motion picture, not a commercial, not a video, motion picture, 2 hours long, with a rap performance starring the world famous, rest in peace artist Jean Michael Basquiat. Okay, he's a famous pop artist, and he made one movie where he acted in. He did a documentary also later on in his life before he passed. But this movie he's acting in, and it stars Blondie, him, James White and the Blacks, a famous punk rock group. Fab Five Freddy's in it. Lee Quinones, a famous graffiti writer from the Fabulous Five. He's in it. I'm in it. I'm the MC in the club. And a bunch of people. And we did that about 6 months before Wild Style. And the producer had a problem with her government where she lived at. And they garnished the movie because the movies, cost a pretty penny. They garnished that as collateral to be paid her tax debt or whatever it was, and it never got released. It didn't get released until it went to video and DVD, which was in the 90s. We filmed it in 1979. It was called 1980. It was called Downtown 81. And it's basically about New York City in the very beginning of hip hop, the punk rock scene. Jean Michael Basquiat was an artist, a street artist, and a graffiti artist. I am an original New York City graffiti artist. I mean, I used to write on the subway trains, the buses, the trucks. I did all that, writing on the trains, jumping on the tracks, and getting chased by police. I did all that, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old. He came to New York and wound up living on the street for a while, but he had a name, a graffiti name. He wrote it on the walls. And basically what he did was write his name, and then he would write a paragraph. When I say paragraph, Maurice, I mean like about 16 or 17 sentences other than just tagging his name. His name was Samo. Samo, and then dot, dot, dot. Life is a bitch and make me die. And he would explain the whole thing. And he got noticed by Andy Warhol, who was a famous pop artist, rest in peace. And Andy saw what he was doing, and he was drawing these characters. And Andy basically adopted him, introduced him to the pop world, and he became a world-renowned artist. Now, when he died at 26 from a heroin overdose. But we made the movie. He was 22, I think. something like that. But later on, once he died, his paintings became, they're worth millions right now. And you have anything with that guy's name on it, Basquiat. Google his name for your listeners, find out who he is. He brought a certain edge and artistry to street art and became world famous. He was a millionaire before the time he died, but he had again poetic recovery. He got addicted to heroin, and it took him out. He had everything at his hand, everything at his fingertips, and didn't realize it. And he didn't wake up, and he died. But I'm in that movie. I'm in the scene, the club. I'm the first rapper ever. Like again, I said.
So I'm gonna ask you to I'm gonna ask you to hold that real quick because I'm gonna play this scene real quick. Can everybody see my screen? Can everybody see my screen? I can't hear y'all. Okay, cool.
Good to me.
All right. This is the scene. Hey, so real quick, Cool Cow, can you introduce this scene from Downtown 81?
Okay, the scene is Basquiat is looking for his audio equipment. He gets a lead to go into this club and check it out. His stuff might be there, but he's basically going just to check out the sound. He walks in front of the club. He sees Fab Five Freddy, MTV Raps, and Lee Quinones for the Fabulous Five, Lee. Very big graffiti writer. So they're doing a piece on outside the wall on the club, and he's talking to them. They say, there's a DJ downstairs. You should check him out. And he's pretty hot. So he takes 5 minutes to go downstairs to check out what's going on because he's looking for his equipment. He walks downstairs into the club. I'm emceeing. I had a special instrumental track off of Blondie's Rapture, which never came out in the streets, the instrumental, but she made one for me. So I'm rapping off of Rapture. My man DJ Sinbad from the Bronx is DJing, and he's DJing. I'm rapping. Fab Five Freddy comes in. Basquiat comes in, and he hangs out for a minute. He dances a little bit. You see him moving and grooving. And that's what that scene is about.
Call from the Hunty, my tunnel.
Hey, sexy, you like it? What's up? Hey, man, that's private property. Hey, my man, I'm a taxpayer. I can paint anywhere I want to paint. Besides,
That's Fab Five Freddy.
another commission? Sort of a commission. We're doing it for some friends of ours. Half commission, half donation. Who's inside? Yeah, this DJ from the Bronx, man. Any good? He's serious, man. You want to check him out. List the spot. Who are you? You Godzilla? Stupid. Freddy Godzilla. I got 81 crimes with 81 Jews, 81 good man to 81 food, 81 scholarships for 81 schools, but I gave all 81 to 81 food, 81 big chains for 81 rings, took 81 crowns for 81 kings, did 87 shows in 81 nights, did 81 things for 81 nights, 81 Philippines, 81 garages, 81 beats and master charges, lock 81 girls down to the knees. Sucker MC run 81 niggas that are on the wall. In 81 minutes, I'll be rocking the lawn. 87 times, say 87 rhymes. Have 81 days when we're seeing the minds on mine. King, the man got a game for Elk Scram. With the back hand, and me on the mic, on the floor. If you wanna rock, keep the time for sure. Throw your hands in the air, y'all. You can raise them up, just don't care, y'all. That vibe is in the house, and Jean Michel is in the house. Throw your hands in the air. Let's freak to the beat. Get up if you want to get down. So we got to fly the beat to get down.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
I mean, you got to remember this, man. Maurice, you have to remember this is in 1980. Rap was kind of still new. And downtown in New York was finally getting exposed to it because of Fab Five Freddy. His relationship with Blondie, who came to a party in the Bronx at the Webster Avenue PAL. This was a classic hip-hop spot back in 78, 79, 80, 81. I was the MC of the show. She came there. She's a white woman. Brought her husband, Chris Stein. They created a group, Blondie, and they sit in the rafters. And we could see them looking on the stage. And I'm like, yo, who's that white girl? Anyway, she paid attention to what was going on stage. Grandmaster Flash played. Grandmaster Kaz played. Grand Wizard Theodore played. I was the host throughout the whole time. She sat there and was paying close attention. She took Funky Four and put them on Saturday Night Live. They are the first rap group ever to do a national TV show. It was Saturday Night Live 1981. She had them on. And right after she came to the show, like 2 months later, she came out with a 12-inch single. It was called Rapture. And the first bars go, Fab Five Freddy said, everything is fine. DJ spinning, I said in my mind, Flash is fast. Flash is on. And then she said something in French. She's talking about Flash at the Webster Avenue PAL on 182nd Street in the South Bronx in 1980. She got the whole concept for the record from coming. I was the host, and then I wound up being in this movie with that artist, and he wound up being a world famous pop artist who started doing graffiti.
So real quick, because I want to get you on so we can. I want to book you for the whole night one night, so everyone can hear you. But while everyone's on real quick, we've got so many amazing artists that's willing to support us and help create opportunities and stuff like that. One of the things that I'm working on doing is getting 1,000 donors a month to donate up to $10 each. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need everybody, everybody that's in the group right now that's listening to me. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna need y'all to help promote every single open mic, so we can get these donors in. We're doing our Black History Month celebration next month. I'm gonna be securing a feature next month for Black History Month. I'm not telling everybody who it is yet, but I want to restart our Essence our Lifetime Achievement Award. Last year's Achievement Award goes to Maya DeGiorgio. And I want to be able to present that to her for Mother's Day. So we haven't gotten this year's yet. But there's so much stuff I want us to continue to do. It's virtual now. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody can send out, the YouTube channel. Let's get the links up. The more links we get, we can do monetizing, pull funds in. I want to be able to create jobs for people. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to create community co-ops. A lot of times we talk about, well, the industry sucks, this and that. Well, let's build it. Let's build another one. You know what I'm saying? A culture, where we control, where our voices is being heard. So with that being said, cool, Kyle, man, I want to thank you for being with us this evening, bro, man. Like, yo, you don't even understand like what you just did, bro. You don't even understand.
No, it was nothing, Maurice, man. That's just one iota of what I've been exposed to and what I've done. And when we talk in depth, and I talk about life experience, which can relate directly to poetic recovery, my experiences as one of the first MCs in the Bronx from 1976 up until the point where we started playing in the parks. Then we graduated to the clubs. And then we started making records around 79, 80, around Sugar Hill Gang time. And what we went through with the industry, the radio, and everything else. See, what these kids and these cats don't understand right now, see, they have a blueprint already. We had no blueprint. We invented the blueprint. We invented a foundation. We invaded the record labels. We begged club owners to let us do our thing. We got chased by gang members playing music in the parks. People died at our parties. This is the South Bronx and the Bronx during the late 70s, the early 80s, when it was off the hook. Okay, we all know about the gangs in California and how they migrated east, and we all know their names. I'm not going to mention their names, but when I was a teenager, it was about the Black Spades, the Black Pearls, the Savage Nomads. We're talking about gangs that, I mean, they wore colors. They didn't wear colors. They wore gang colors. Dungaree jackets with their names on it. They had a certain look. When you saw them coming, you knew either get out the way or get grabbed. And that's what happened. And when we brought out hip-hop, and in the beginning, Maurice, we didn't even call it hip-hop. It was the jam. It was the party. It became hip-hop because the industry needed a definition when they wanted to sell records. So you go into a record store, you can't call it the jam. They came up with hip-hop. They didn't invent the term. Cowboy from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, God rest the dead, he invented the term hip-hop. Hip-hop, and you don't stop. Hip-hop. He invented that. Okay, so now they called it hip-hop. But before it was hip-hop, we were just kids scraping up money to get equipment, doing what we could do to build equipment, getting 2 turntables and a microphone. And we built it from the streets. These kids nowadays see videos, YouTube and all that, and they just think it's automatic, and it wasn't. It was a struggle to make this happen, and it became a worldwide phenomenon. And what I can say, I'm proud to say, whether you ever heard any of my records or not, it doesn't matter, because I was in the streets when it did matter. I helped lay the blueprint down, and one day when we do our next thing, we can talk about that and the trials and tribulations I faced in between that to survive all that and come back out and still have a viable voice.
Well, and here's the thing. So people ask me, well, why you messing with the pioneers? It's because in order for us to know where we're going, we got to know where we're coming from,
There
right?
you go.
And so when we know what you've done, when we look at Sister Judy, when we look at Sister Terry, you know what I'm saying, and I'm a little bit younger than them, you know what I'm saying, so I gotta look to them for some wisdom, you know what I mean?
Of course.
When people like myself who've overcome certain things, I gotta lay a path for other people to see. Like,
Yes,
here's some
indeed.
challenges you're gonna face,
Yes,
right?
indeed.
When you face these challenges and you need some place to come, here's a safe space where you can come to. But not only that, we need a space where artists who want to be positive, who want to do some great stuff can be heard. And so one of the things I want to do as the Northeast Regional Director of Hip Hop Congress is to create like a position for you as a hip hop pioneer so that your voice can be heard throughout the International Network of Hip Hop Congress, Poetic Recovery, and so on and so forth, man, because I love the fact that you're making time. That also goes for Tony Crush, because he's made time for us. You know what I'm saying? So man, I want to say I want to say thank you so much, bro.
You're my man. I've been told you this personally, without an audience. Your approach to me was fine, and I felt your vibe. Let me say this to you. As a black man in America, I'm extremely politically astute. I know everything. Well, I can't say everything because no one knows everything, but I'm pretty aware of our history in this country, what it took to get us here, what we went through to survive here, and what we're going through right now. And any brother who reaches out to me that comes to me correctly and makes sense to me, I will co-sign, and I've officially co-signed you. So as long as you stick to the program and you do what you say you're going to do, I got you. There might be many people on this broadcast right now who may not even know who the hell I am. And if you don't, I'm talking to all y'all now. Google Cool Cow, the Star Child. Okay, now once you see the names, Grandmaster Flash, Curtis Blow, and when me and Maurice do our next interview, I expound on who produced my records, and me and Curtis Blow, and me and Grandmaster Flash. This is all the beginnings of hip-hop, and they're all legends. I'm saying all that to say this. When people want to know why you should be bothered with the pioneers, this is what I recommend you say. If it wasn't for your father and wasn't for your mother, you wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
And so not only that, like you're a flashlight. You know what I'm saying? You know, we have artists who, you know, who for whatever reason, whatever trauma, you know what I'm saying, you know, have been through their stuff, whatever, you know what I'm saying, who are refinding that artistic expression again, right?
Yes.
And this is the place to come to be heard. So what I want to do real quick is starting with Wes. If anybody has a question, because Wes is our feature tonight. If anybody has a question, you know what I'm saying, they want to ask you real quick. I'm gonna let now this got to be real quick because we're gonna do a round of poetry and then we're gonna get with Wes so Wes can do we can interview Wes on and so forth. But so who's got anybody got questions? Raise your hand if you got a question. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna start with Wes. Wes, you got a question for Kyle real quick?
I mean, I don't even know if it's a question, but I just got so much to talk about. Like, just mostly regarding just the industry itself, and how you were saying, like, I mean, the, the blueprint is definitely set. It's definitely set for musicians nowadays, hip hop artists, everyone alike. Like, and that's the thing. They've had all these guys before them carve that path, and they just got to walk it.
Yes.
But the one there, this generation still has like a good set of challenges where like nowadays it's to get people to go to see live music. I mean, before the pandemic, because of
Right.
YouTube, because of all the streaming, it's almost impossible. So like I've toured, I've made a living doing it, and it was like, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't a cakewalk for you either, but I'm like, it was rough. So
Yeah, I
between
understand,
streaming,
Wes. Right.
yeah, and that's the thing. Between streaming and all that, now it's like you get YouTube, and there are cats who don't even really play anything top to bottom. They'll just make it sound
Exactly.
perfect on their computer, post it on YouTube, and they blow up. So it's
Exactly.
frustrating as someone who took the time to like not master, but learn their craft. And you guys, like people like you, killed it. You guys like crushed it and carved that way for the younger hip hop cats. So it's like it's there's definitely a blueprint for sure, but it's also got its own set of challenges.
You know what, Wes? I can respond to that like this. When we started doing this, mind you, this is very important. There was no one doing it. I mean,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
had a feeling about music. I've always been a drummer. I played drums since I was 9 years old. I had a professional drum set at 10. One of my best friends who lived 2 blocks from me in the Bronx, his name was Pumpkin. God bless his day. Sony is getting ready to release a, a bunch of music from Profile, which was a label, one of the labels I was on. Pumpkin was the main drummer at Profile for quite a while. In fact, he had a hit record, Pumpkin and the All Stars. Pumpkin did all the records on Enjoy, which was my first label. Grandmaster Flash, Funky 4, Fearless 4, Treacherous 3, Spoonie G. He did all of that, and I grew up with him. We just had a feeling for music. I happened to leave the drums alone because I liked what I thought a DJ could do. I started out as a DJ. Now, because I had a voice, and I used to sound like this, I was the baritone in the microphone. Okay, that was back in 75 and 76. But I saw that when you spoke to people and you said things a certain way on the music, on the beat, maybe even off the beat, it didn't matter. If you got the crowd to respond to you, there was nothing better than that. And I loved it. I became addicted to that. And my whole thing was entertain, get people going. And once they went home that night, no matter where they had to go from the party, they would be talking about, yo, that guy on the mic, man, did you hear him? Oh, I heard him say this rhyme. And because that's what it was about. Partying and having fun, entertaining. Now, not to say that's what hip hop should always be about. Hip hop has evolved into topical issues and everything life involved, which is great, which is supposed to do. But the whole thing from the beginning was no one told us how to do this. No one said go and buy a Shure mic. No one said you have to have Pioneer turntables or Technique turntables. No one told us that. We figured it out. We did it. And when they didn't want to hear it, we went ahead anyway. And we still set up. We still played. We still had the police chasing us. and it caught on. It started in the Bronx, and from the Bronx it went to Harlem very quickly. Bronx and Harlem were neck and neck, and then Brooklyn, Queens. This is New York City, and now we have the outer borough. We have the outer cities, outer states right next door to New York.
Hey,
Pennsylvania.
can I cut in on that?
Yes.
You know, it's interesting how you were saying that like no one told you like what you all what to do, and when you said that, I was thinking about I've been with Hip Hop Congress for a while, right? And I've been like, yo, can you guys like I want to make this event Poetic Recovery like the East Coast event for Hip Hop Congress. I don't know, right? And we just kept doing Poetic Recovery, and then you know we made a name for ourselves, like sending emails out to people, right? Like
Right.
Liz can tell you, now, and here's what y'all don't know, but like when I send a video out that we're doing online, it goes out to the Hip Hop Congress Network. So this video is going out to the Hip Hop Congress Network. You know what I'm saying? So
Great.
people are listening to y'all, like they're hearing your voices, right? And it's more than like some people be like, oh well, people just crying and stuff like that. We're not, right? We're letting people know that like, yo, we're strong ass people. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, we're
That's what's up.
we're
That's
building
what's
up.
up.
You know what I'm saying? And so this is going to be popular, right? You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to be seeing corporations trying to like do the same exact thing, but they're not going to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because we're learning from people like Cool Cow. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna learn how to like keep this moving, keep this going. With that, because y'all want more, I was gonna let y'all do more question and answer, but we got to get to the open mic portion. There's going to be a full interview with Cool Kyle where there can be a full question and answer session. So y'all gonna have to come to that. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to let y'all know that like, yo, this is a brother who's been at it for a while, you know what I'm saying, and he's got our back, you know what I'm saying? We, you know what I mean? We cool with him, and so there's some wisdom that he has that we need, you know what I'm saying? And we want to do some projects. We need to raise some funds, you know what I'm saying? And so we can get hip hop pioneers on these projects with us.
You
You know
know
what
what
I'm
we
saying?
need to
So
do, Maurice, real quick? We
yeah,
need to fight the good fight. Because if it's a good fight, it's the good. It's going to be a good fight. Anything worth having, you have to earn. I learned that the hard way, even when it was fun and I didn't know what I was doing. Now that I know what I'm doing, because I've been in the business my whole life practically, I'm an old dude. And to all y'all listening, I'm an old dude. But you know what? I'm still the star child, Cool Cow, King of the Buck Wild, Bronx style. H to the Y to the L to the E. Non-stop rhythm, the funky beat. Always can spit a rhyme off the top of my dome. You know why? Because I never leave him home. I'm on the street. I'm in your crib. I'm on your radio. I'm on this show. Check this out, y'all. Always remember, Cool Cow, straight up good to go. Freestyle, Cool Cow, all day. I can always do it, always will do it. And check this out, Maurice. You keep doing poetics, recovery until you knock those doors down, and I got your back, son. Now, when the
hip
new
hop
music come out
Congress.
when the new music come out next summer, and we do this video, you're gonna be there with your little crew, and you're gonna be featured. I'm gonna have you up under me and up next to me, because I love what you're doing. Okay? And
Thank
for
you,
all
bro.
y'all who don't know again, Cool Cow, the original Star Child. Google me. Find out who I am. Okay?
Word up. That's what it is. So who we got? Go ahead.
Hey, Kyle, I'm not sure how long you've known Maurice. I just want to let you know I met him about 10 years ago. This is one of the most
Yes, he told me.
persistent dudes I've ever met. One
Right.
of the most persistent dudes. I met him. It was like a small open mic in South Hadley. And then next time I see
Right.
him, it's a couple years later. He's got this whole place in Springfield packed full of people who just loved it, like top to bottom. It's crazy.
Wow. Wow.
Maurice, he knows what's up.
I feel that. And he talks highly of you. And I know he said you were his man for many years. And I'm like, okay, how long do you know him? In my brain. What you just said verifies, yo, he's on his grind, and the grind will pay off. You just can't stop. No matter what you face, no matter what you hear, no matter. even if it's not negative, if it's nothing, you don't get a reaction. You keep doing it. That's how hip hop was born, son. Now you got hip hop already, but you have a philosophical, a spiritual, and a well-being philosophy that you're working on and you're presenting to the people. Keep doing that because we need that right now, Maurice. We need that. God bless you. God bless you. And your West, you already know. Yo, I heard about you, so God bless you too. That's
God
how we
bless you,
do.
man.
Okay?
It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you. You too, brother.
I'll be up
Maurice?
to check on you. Yo, thank y'all very much, man. My roommate just told me she was real sick, so I've been having
Oh, wow.
friends get real sick, and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I just
I
got
hope
to
you
have
get
this
better, man.
check real quick. Thank you. So real
Okay.
quick, I'm gonna have people go through, do some poetry real quick. This is the night of one-liners, so Phaedra's gonna have it, down pat.
Mm-hmm.
No. Liz, I'm
Go
gonna
to
let Liz go because Liz has been, holding us up for a long time. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Poetic recovery. And so I want to make sure she gets in, you know what I mean, while you on the phone, you know what I mean? Because I know she'll be like, yo, Mo, thank you. Because Cool Cow's on here. She loves the pioneers. So Liz, you know what I mean? What you got? Don't let this be the night you ain't got nothing. What you got, Liz? You on mute.
Oh no, I always got something. It's just funny that you're telling me to go first, and I'm going through my stuff. All right, I'm just. I was gonna do my hip hop thing, but I don't know where it's at, and I don't want to hold you guys up. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do this discrimination thing. Y'all ready?
Oh, and by the way, for the topic tonight, when we have our discussion, it is going to be on the insurrection that happened the other night. But go ahead, Liz.
All right, this is called discrimination. Occupy the stage in life, not just where you stand. When you look across the room, what do you see in your brother, man? I have a visual of many people, each different and in many shades. The differences are what draws my attention. Everything else just fades. I pray for love and humanity, wrapped in peace and equality. It's not much to ask for in this world of confusion. Does it really elude me? Is it just an illusion? Discrimination is a beast that lurks within. Like the devil, you never know where it lives, hiding in those whose minds feel its rage, living in secrecy, spreading the hate. I'm not Jesus, but in the name of change, I can educate. I have felt the bias stares. Hold on, let me put my glasses on because I'm like really blurry right now. I'm sorry. 1 second.
You knew you could. Phaedra.
I should have been ready.
Oh, I know. I know. I was about to talk junk.
My bad. I'm telling you, my vision is like bad. And I'm gonna start again.
Go ahead, drop
Discrimination.
it.
Occupy the stage in life, not just where you stand. When you look across the room, what do you see in your brother, man? I have a visual of many people, each different and in many shades. The differences are what draws my attention. Everything else just fades. I pray for love and humanity, wrapped in peace and equality. It's not much to ask for in this world of confusion. Does it really elude me? Is it just an illusion? Discrimination is a beast that lurks within, like the devil. You never know where it lives, hiding in those whose minds fuel its rage, living in secrecy, spreading their hate. I'm not Jesus, but in the name of change, I can educate. I have felt biased stares of others who can't see past my shade of skin. My senses kick in when they are in my presence. I can feel the crawl of their negativity on my skin. Everything inside of me begins to cringe. Funny how you can identify that negative vibe, no matter how far away the spaces that they occupy. You create barriers and hurdles for me, but my tenacity and will move me to overcome them. The war against your ways will live in me for as long as you exist. Forward on with the fight for as long as discrimination persists. I will not succeed. I will not succeed or submit to you. On with this fight until we extinguish you. Cast you away. All the minorities, gays, and millions of others refute you. Your generations of haters are fading. With every burial cease the poison mind. With every newborn, there is a hope for a better day. We are one step closer to living in equality and impartial days. Discrimination is wrong, no matter how it appears, whether black on black, white on black, or red on green. Education is the way of breaking the cycle. It's as clear as day to me now. That's why Martin Luther King said he had a dream.
Word. Word. Thank you, Phaedra. Word.
I'm feeling that, Liz. I'm feeling that.
Thank you.
Welcome, sweetheart. No
Thank
doubt,
you.
all day.
Hey,
Thank you.
Phaedra, what you got? What you got for us? What you got? We got a lot of people tonight, so we're not going to go through the whole conversation piece.
There's a lot of static on my end. Can you hear me okay?
I think that's me. Hold on. Let me mute my mic.
All right, go ahead.
This one doesn't have a title. I know there's hope for a better future. We must learn to get out of each other's way. I feel we can connect on all certain levels if we show compassion in an unguarded way. People tend to laugh at what they don't understand instead of trying to relate to what's relevant at hand. Certain change must come from us, to us, and by us as an exchange. It's easy to use the word hate than to choose the word love. It's harder to speak up when you can't express the emotions because the fear became non-negotiable. Sitting in silence, real revolution comes when you're being called a so-called outcast, casting spells on knowledge on those that create the opposition. It's better to live in harmony than to deny ourselves the freedom to live freely. Hold on tight to a better tomorrow. Look within yourself to own all of your shortcomings. Be strong enough to admit your wrongdoings. Let's celebrate in the fact that we are all different, but we are here to embrace what normally we're not accustomed to change how we see our livelihood and to blanket all that is suffering. With energy permeating through all walks of life, this is how we turn to a new earth and a rebirth of all living things. You are a magnificent creature here to do some serious work. As a collective, we all need to get started. Embrace the change, open your heart, heal yourself, and hug thy neighbor. The end.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Phaedra.
Hey, yo, Phaedra, that was excellent. Hey, on Maurice, I gotta go, baby boy. I love the input from your audience. I love the spirituality, and I love the energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
That's
sir.
what you need to have around you all the time, man. But I gotta go, so thank you for allowing me to be on your show. Wishing everybody mad love for 2021. We done changed something in the political system, at least on the surface. Let's see how that works. But I guarantee you, it's better than before when you had that jerk. I guarantee you, 45 is gone. We can live a whole lot better, and hopefully your heart will grow, and y'all can get that cheddar. Yo, I'm out.
Good looks. Thank you, Cool Kyle.
Good luck. Thank you.
Original.
Thanks, Cool.
Thank you.
Okay, y'all. Have a good night. Okay, Maurice. Put me
You
up
too.
tomorrow, Maurice. Put me up.
All right, cool. No doubt.
Okay. Poetic recovery.
PE.
PE all day. My man Motel. Motel in the building. All right. I talk to you. Okay.
Take care. Maurice, I gotta run too.
One love.
I gotta go too.
Bye-bye.
They're rushing me off.
Who's rushing you off? Thanks a lot, Cool Kyle.
I got company.
Oh, hell no. Tell your company to come here.
Okay.
No, tell them to come
They
here.
don't want to come here. So I'm gonna have to run off. I love you guys.
Thanks a lot, Liz. Take care of yourself.
A little bit.
Much love.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
We got Sean up in here. Dave, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right. Oh, that's
Jerry.
What's his name?
Jerry. Jerry. That's what's his name.
Yeah, man. I'm still just wrapping my brain around Cool Kyle, man. I was like, yeah, it's a whole different level, man. But anyway, go ahead. I'm still here. I'm listening.
So what we're gonna do is we gonna because I want us to I want to hold myself to the time frame. I want us to get to Wes. Hey Wes, can we get you back on camera? I want to start the interview with Wes, and then we're
Can you
gonna
see
do
me? I should be on camera.
Can anybody see Wes? I can't see him on camera.
Okay. Oh.
Really?
Yeah, I can see him.
All right. Well, must be me. All right. So, Wes, man, thank you for coming through.
Not a problem, man. Thanks for asking me.
You're welcome, man. Man, throughout the years, man, you come to Poetic Recovery and just crazy rocket. Just crazy rocket.
We try, man. I try.
Hey, you remember the time when you came to White Rose and you rocked it with that other dude who had he was this classic guitarist. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. I think I still have the video somewhere in my computer in my computer of us jamming.
When you find that video, I need that because I'm gonna start doing once I'm done with class, I'm gonna start doing video so I can do commercials because I gotta look a little bit professional with Poetic Recovery. You know what I mean? So people can feel like that they down with with something that's really dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And so if you can get that, bro, I want to add that. You know what I'm saying? And we just picked up a sponsor, Beat Down Boards. Have you heard of them?
Is it a skateboard company?
Yeah.
Oh, man, there have been such a handful that come out like over the last 3 years that like it's hard for me to follow. But I mean, it sounds familiar. That's for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna try to we're gonna work to spread their name, et cetera, et cetera. We've already got like a handful of people that will come through the group, showing love and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So let me man, I was looking at your website. Let me bring it up again. It's Wes Parker Guitar, right?
That's correct.
Was Wes Parker taken?
Oh yeah, it's like I don't even know what it is. I don't think anyone knows what it is. It's just like some American Eagle type deal.
So I'm gonna read your bio. And just so you all know, Wes Parker is getting huge. And I'm honored to have played a tiny role in that, spreading his name and stuff like that. But I'm really grateful for him being a big role in Poetic Recovery and making sure people, when they come through, they get to hear some music that really touches their soul, and they can leave feeling better than when they walk through the door. So a little bit about Mr. Parker here. Wes Parker, classically trained multi-instrumentalist, blends elements of progressive rock such as old-time signatures, unconventional techniques, and rhythm-driven riffs while still emphasizing a strong sense of melody. Wes began playing guitar when he was 14 years old. After a handful of years of playing drums and bass guitar after high school, Wes studied classical guitar performance at both Holyoke Community College and Westfield State University, where he learned his passion for computers like Augustin Barrios, Paolo Balinati, and Philip Houghton. After discovering and being inspired by artists such as Andy McKee, Craig D. Andre, Antoine Dufour, and John Gome, he ultimately set out to write his own artistic fingerstyle material in an attempt to marry the techno aspects of modern fingerstyle with the heart and emotional content of his favorite classical composers to create a sound of his own. His first single, First Fall, came out in April 2019, and he released his first EP, Between the Moon and You. In March 2020, Wes is currently working on completing his first full-length record for a 2021 release. To stay up to date on all Wes announcement, please be sure to sign in for his mailing list. Also, if you guys are on the mailing list, the Poetic Recovery mailing list, we'll also be updating you on the information, Wes Parker.
I appreciate that, man. By the way, forgot to, I appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely, man. Listen, bro. It's man. Listen, it's a no-brainer, bro. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't even know where to start, man. You know what I'm saying? What was your first? What was your first performance? Let's go there.
Oh man, it depends. I've been performing since I can remember, but it's always been like I started off doing drums when I was a kid, took up bass when I was like 11 or 12, went to guitar when I was 14 to 16 area, and just haven't stopped since then. I toured professionally for two summers with a professional drum line, taught a 3-time world champion drum line out of Bridgeport, Connecticut, taught at Springfield Central.
Wait. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. You taught a what?
A 3-time world champion drum line.
Hold up. Wait. Did they win that? Did they win that while you was part of the teaching?
Oh no, they hired me to recover the mess that the dudes before us left. It's quite a situation. It's a long situation. We were the
now. Did they
recovery
become
program.
Did they become champions after you started?
No, they've been around since like the 30s. They're like an old organization, but the way they get scored is they have like other instruments and stuff, but they get scored separately. So the drum line always scored really well. It's never been a bad drum line. So, but South Hadley High School, 2-time New England champions under me. Springfield Central, one time under me. Enrico Fermi High School in Enfield, 1 time under me. So, but that's all the drum stuff. But I don't even remember my first guitar performance. I think it was the high school talent show back in like 2004, 2005.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm looking at people's facial reaction, and they're like, "Oh, okay. So Poetic Recovery really is serious, getting people like this on here." Oh yeah, we're a big deal because
Trust
Wes
me,
is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because you are a big deal. What were you saying, Wes?
Oh, I was saying I wouldn't be here if Poetic Recovery didn't know what was up. So
Word. Absolutely. Hey, listen. So Wes,
what's up?
what do you think is? Well, actually, you know what? Let's talk about this whole COVID thing.
Yep.
There's a lot of people that are getting sick. There's people's families getting sick. I have a friend right now who's in the hospital. It's pretty bad, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to make this a space where people can come to and try to get their minds off stuff, or like connect in other energies with other people.
Yeah.
How do you think music can play a part in that?
In terms of, do you mean like strictly in terms of COVID, or just in terms of just like
Well,
healing or help?
in terms of offering healing to people that are, really feeling the effects of watching their family members being, torn apart, due to COVID, or, I'm actually going to start. I'm going to work with a friend of mine whose loved one is in the hospital now alone, and one of my missions is to get hospitals to put iPads in the room playing music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I can get your take as a musician, someone who's been playing with children of different ethnicities, and using music in a therapeutic way with Poetic Recovery, I just wanted to get your take on what you think your role could be in terms of music. What do you think music can play a role in healing, right now?
Absolutely, man. It always has. It never wasn't a part of healing. In my opinion, that's just what. So the whole purpose of art in any art form is to evoke some sort of emotional response. So whether that may be positive, negative, sometimes you hear music and hate it. That's fine, but it's getting some response. Now, at least for me, I played in a bunch of heavy metal bands. I played in drum lines, but like then I'm over here playing an acoustic guitar instrumental. Like that's it. So that's for me. That's pretty much what that is. And the time that EP I put out last year, 2020, the EP I put out there was like, for me, that's what it was. That was that whole year leading up to that was, for a million reasons, a mess. But in terms of like, yeah, it always has been healing, in my opinion.
I'm looking out in the crowd. Does anybody have any questions for Wes? Nobody?
Well, I'll ask this. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, great. Yeah. Hi, Wes.
Hey, how you doing?
Do you have any plans, and I know you do, of putting something out within the next couple of months or so?
Yeah. So I do.
In regards to this issue we have with this pandemic.
Yeah. So one thing I'm working on so a couple of things. I play in an acoustic duo that we actually played at a Poetic Recovery event probably a year or two ago, Maurice. That was
That's right. That was so freaking dope.
Yeah, so that duo, we're recording our first full-length album in a week and a half, which is going to be out late spring, early summer. But my full-length record, unfortunately, it's going to take a lot longer because it's such a tedious style to put together.
Yeah.
Plus, the studio I record in is in New Milford, Connecticut, and it's really expensive. So it's going to take me a while to save up for it. But yeah, I'll have something out as soon as I can. But one thing I'm working, going back to what Maurice said, if he's working on getting iPads for people that are in the hospitals and stuff, one thing I'm willing to do is, if that's possible, I will donate any of my music for free, so they won't have to pay for streaming or any of that. So, Maurice, let me know if that ever happens. I will send you guys all the files and all the free Wes Parker music, and I'm sure my duo would also donate all their music as well. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I'm looking at right now. Who knows what the next couple of months looks like, but that's the plan. So
That's awesome.
My friend's wife, who's also my friend, should be on tonight. If she does come on tonight, either tonight or next Friday, she'll be talking about it. And so, because the doctor, I don't even want to say it because it's not my place to say, oh, I can see your beautiful face, Wes. Basically the doctor's like, well, I don't have time to reach out to all the family members. I can't do it sometimes. And they're just laying in there by themselves. You know what I mean? In the ICU room by themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, if the nurse is going in there checking in on them, then the nurse can't like just push the play button. You know what I mean? So it's really sad. So that's going to be, I would like to make it a Poetic Recovery Initiative. So I don't know if anybody like to sign up and help out with that. You know what I mean? But that's what we're going to do. So anybody else got to have a question? Sean?
I don't have a question. I mean, listening to the bio, I guess my curiosity lies in what, I guess one of the questions that you had brought up before, what does music, where do you believe music will play and what we have going on in the current, format of this country? I mean, I understand the fact that, you believe that embracing music helps the change, either good, bad, but, can you kind of talk to that a little more?
Yeah, absolutely. So one interesting fact, just to start this off, one interesting fact that I recently found out is that once COVID hit, the streaming like counts and numbers for instrumental and classical music skyrocketed, because it's known for being relaxing and stress relieving and stuff like that. Now, given the current political climate, I know a lot of my friends and a lot of my colleagues, that's mainly what they're going for. That's mainly what they listen to because it's more relaxing than like if I'm watching the news, if I listen to like heavy metal right after, I'm not gonna feel any better. I'm just gonna I'm gonna have to do some push-ups, hit the punching bag, do all that. But I mean, really, in terms of music, that's all I can really say on that topic. Just because I don't see a direct parallel between the world of music and what's happening, other than what's happening affecting the music world. Because I have so many friends who are pretty much homeless now because they made a living touring, playing music. Then all the venues shut down. They made a living busking. Everything got shut down. So like, other than that, it's hard for me to really say because
Can I
that's the
dig
only
it?
parallel that I'm seeing.
Can I get in on that?
Absolutely.
So Poetic Recovery has an online radio station, right? We're looking for DJs. And so the reason why I say that is because when we're playing music that can encourage people to think deeper, right? To question what's going on, right? It opens them up and it gets them to like start asking questions like, is this true? Like, why would someone? Whereas a lot of people aren't questioning right now, right? So for instance, like you remember Pete Seeger? I was invited to an event years ago where Pete Seeger was, and a lot of old timers. I forget her name, but she was with this group that sing Sweet Honey on the Rock. Um, that song, Ella song. Um, I can't remember all the other names there, but like some really old timers, right? And then they had some younger artists there, and I was one of the younger artists. And it was like they was passing on a torch, right? And so what I can tell you is that artists like Pete Seeger, Cher, um, so many other artists, their music touched people and inspired people. Their messages of freedom. This is your land, this is my land. That song was a protest against the privatization of property. You know what I'm saying? Because so much land was being bought up. The indigenous people prior to that were being kicked off their property, so on and so forth, and inspired people to organize around that. And so today, networks like this, Poetic Recovery, right? We're giving voice to artists to be heard, right? Inspires people to think deeply about the things that are going on. You know what I'm saying? But where I've created this in was that like there's a lot of healing that people need to go through. You know what I'm saying? So this encourages that healing and encourages people to not give up, that they are more than what they're being told in society. You know what I'm saying? So I think music, has an incredible role, right? We just need more DJs being willing to help facilitate that role to play the music where people can go and listen to it.
Yeah, and to go off directly off of that, it's funny you say that because like in times of despair, like now, craziness, all this stuff going down, there's always a spike in like, art response. In I believe it was World War II with the Dada movement of like visual art, stuff like that. But like now, it's the only two genres that I know that really dive into it that hardcore are hip hop and punk, like the older, grimier punk, where they just all it is like this is the political issue, this is how we fix it, solidarity, work together, like stuff like that. So,
Well,
but
the
in that sense,
unfortunate
what was that?
the unfortunate thing about hip hop is that it's so corporate controlled that you're not going to hear it unless you come to places like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but we need more people to get involved who are willing to like, hey, you know what? I'll take a radio slot. You know what I'm saying? I'll rock this music. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you go listen to our radio station now, we got rap artists up there who are saying some really good stuff. You know what I'm saying? We have blues artists up there, encouraging love. You know what I'm saying? And not any fake love, you know what I'm saying, but like really like, who are you?
Yeah.
Do you know who I am? Type stuff. So, Sean, that was a dope question, bro.
Can I just ask one other thing? because as you guys were talking about that, one of the things that kind of really impressed me was the fact that, the classical component. Um, what we're dealing with now is a spinoff from the coronavirus and the political climate, and it's all creating a very hostile, intense atmosphere. And I was kind of curious on that, with you dealing with so many different types of genres, how you believe that could help in the healing. I understand, that, there's many different ways, but I think you have a unique perspective there on that side of it.
It's at least so because I play in so many genres, I play in a bunch of rock bands, I play drums in a blues duo, I play in an acoustic duo, I do my own thing, and like I said, the classical thing, all of that, that just keeps my eyes open to all the stuff happening in the music world. But that's, oh man, I just lost my train of thought. Oh my God, what was I saying? How did it all plays? Yeah, well, that's the thing. All those styles of music, everyone can listen to whatever they want, and that's awesome. As long as they're listening to something. But each one of those styles mostly has its own function. Hardcore punk, you get its political issues, solidarity, and just going hard. Acoustic fingerstyle stuff. It's really what you want it to be, but the general thing is just it's more mellow. It brings you down. It lets you relax, stuff like that. So, in my opinion, they all serve their own function. It's just a matter of how people respond to what. So, watching the news the other day, like I said, I'm not going to listen to metal after that because it's not going to put me in a better mood. I apologize if I'm not answering that directly. It's just, like I said, I lost my train of thought on that one.
No, that's fine. Thank you.
No problem.
Yes.
Also, hold on, Jerry. Hold on, Jerry. Hey, Jerry, hold on. Jerry, hold on.
All right.
Ease on up, brother. Ease on.
We can't hear you, Maurice.
Might be fixing a technical issue. Into the background. Hearing nothing.
Yeah, it showed your mic was ready and then it went.
How about now? Can y'all hear me?
Yep, there you go.
All right, let me try this. Let me try this one more time. Y'all can hear me now, right? Okay. Yep. So, see, Jerry was bullying me. That's what happened. So we're gonna call this the Sean thing, right? I have an idea, Wes. Would you be willing to donate classical music of your own, original classical music, and we'll get some artists to do some poetry over that classical music?
Yeah, that's fine. I got the EP and a single, all of it. I will, like I said, I'll send you the files, and if you want written permission, I'll send it all over for you guys.
But I want classical instrumental, right?
Yep.
So that artists who want to submit poetry that is geared towards, a therapeutic type way of addressing things. So it's to not put people to sleep.
Yeah,
but
just
to
set a vibe.
You know what I mean? We could talk about the issues, but what are we really gonna deal with it? But now here's the hard question though, because we have Trump and his people talking about, oh, it's just begun, right? And it's what does that mean? Does that mean we're going to be driving down the street and getting attacked? What exactly does that mean? Because on the other hand, I don't want to encourage people to go to sleep and then get attacked you know what I'm saying, driving down the street or, you know, a domestic bombing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to do something where like we're encouraging people to like, hey, we're together, let's watch each other's back, but let's not be so afraid that we're losing our senses.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? You know, so if we can do a project like that, man, and poetic recovery, you know what I'm saying? You're part of poetic recovery. Bro, listen, like I think Sean, what do you think about that?
I love that. I mean, like, when Pedro did Compassion, I mean, that would be perfect to have, overlaid. I love that. That I like that idea.
Okay. Because I'm not just about, problems, I'm about solutions. So let's address the Sean thing.
Absolutely.
All right, so anybody else, does anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, me.
All right, oh, I'm sorry. I apologize because I was only teasing with Jerry, but I know Jerry had chimed in. Jerry had a question. So I don't want Jerry to think I really don't like him because I love Jerry. That's my man's in him. Jerry, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
See, if you came in on camera, Jerry, I could see your face and I'd be able to say Jerry because I see your name. What's your question, Jerry? Jerry, you're on mute there, brother.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I
There we
can.
go.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So my question is about the business side of things. So you have been doing a lot, but you stayed like in the valley, in the lower valley. And so my question is, what's been your experience in terms of the industry in Springfield, or is there an industry, and what role has, in your experience, is like the Springfield Community Music School played, or do they play a role? Or yeah, I'm just curious about your experience with the whole business side of things, and as it relates to being here in the valley, in the lower valley.
So, are you addressing Maurice?
No,
No,
I'm
that was
addressing you.
Okay, so yeah, now, well, that's the thing. I just moved back to the Valley about 4 months ago. I was living out in Boston before that. And before that, I was traveling all over the place. But, like, the Valley's my hometown. Now, industry-wise, I apologize. My dog is going nuts right now. But that's the thing. So, yeah, there's an industry everywhere. It's just a matter of who your network is, who you talk to, who you surround yourself with. And my sister reached out to me, and she said, hey, my husband's cousin needs to find it. Is there a studio in Springfield to record at for hip hop? And I was like, yes, there's studios all over the place now. But going back to your point, yeah. So in terms of industry experience, it's the bands I've played in have worked with management out of LA, endorsed by guitar companies, string companies. I've toured, I've done all that stuff. Been on 6 records total. But like, that's the thing where the industry's at now. Every part of the industry has been hit hard with this current situation, other than streaming. But yeah, so I've been in the Valley for a while, but like I said, I've only been back for 4 months. Other than that, I've been going all around. Yeah, I apologize. I'm trying to get as much info out as fast as possible. But yeah, let me know if there's anything else that I missed in there.
Jerry.
Yeah, can you still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, did he touch on what you wanted to know?
Yeah, he did. He did. And so you're just coming back into the valley. Yeah, I kind of got the impression from all the stuff that you did locally that you've been here all along, but that's not the case. So you've been out in the world, so to speak.
Yeah, so to speak. I haven't played music outside the country yet for a handful of reasons, mostly just money. But when you're in a band and you have tons of gear to fly and all that stuff, it's usually not even worth it. But yeah, so all the schools I taught, the local schools, were between 2009 and 2015, and then 2018-19. But in between those times, like over the summers and stuff, that's when my bands would tour. That's when we would write, record, all that stuff. But yeah, and even when we stay local, like, we still travel to play shows. So like, even if we're based in Western Mass, we'll drive to New York, we'll drive to Pennsylvania, Ohio, Vermont, all that. for shows. So.
And so are you kind of back here? Are you back in the Valley? Are you settling back in? Or are you just kind of regrouping, chilling out for a minute? Or
Yeah,
is this your home and you always will be back, come back here?
I mean, that's the goal. I mean, I love Western Mass. I love it. 99% of the Valley and everyone in it. So I want to make it my home base. That's, for now, it is my home base. That's how I look at it. Whenever stuff gets real, I just come back to Western Mass, see good people, surround myself with good people. But yeah, man, that's my thing. I want to stay in Western Mass, even if I have to drive or fly further to play shows and tour.
Word. That's what's up. You know what, man? I hate is such a strong word. I've hated Western Mass. It's just taking so much from me, man, watching people out get hurt for just BS reasons, man. Like, reasons that shouldn't happen, and I will honestly say, man, that you're one of the best things that I've gotten to know about well, I shouldn't say thing, but Phaedra, you're leaving, Phaedra? You're one of the best people I've gotten to know. Next to my brother Sean. You know what I'm saying, about Western Mass, my godmother. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
So
that, man.
I
Likewise.
want to thank you. So I want to bring this to an end. And while I do, I want to ask, is there something that you would like to say that you want people to know about you as a musician, as an artist?
There is, but give me one sec. Can we, Jonathan, do you still have that question? I'm sorry, I know you're trying to close it, but I don't want to leave anyone hanging. Jonathan, you
Yes,
still have a question?
just a second. Yes, Wes, I have actually have 2 or 3 questions for you.
Okay.
Yeah, first of all, about that EP that you released, how many units would an EP like that generally sell?
So it depends. It really depends. So I generally buy them in boxes of 100, and the digital copies usually go before the hard copies. So the distribution company I use usually just says, here's the money you got from these streaming sources. But the hard copies, I still have like 10 left from the original batch from a year ago. So, but that's
Yeah.
the thing. It's mostly digital.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, and a project like that, would it actually make money for you
Oh yeah.
overall?
That's the thing. That style is significantly more financially beneficial than any other that I've played in. Because if you're in a 6-piece band, the way you get paid, it depends on the promoter. You book a show, and then however many heads go in. Say there's, for example, just to make it simple, $100 is made at that show. Then the promoter takes 20. Then they divide the rest up amongst the bands. Then the bands are like, this goes to the band fund, this goes to the manager. We each have $2. So with this, it's way more financially stable than rock bands.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you a few questions about Pandora.
I'll give you one more question.
Okay, is your music on Pandora?
I'm actually, I can tell you right now. I believe it is. So the streaming company I go through puts it, when you upload the album and stuff like that, it puts it on pretty much every platform. So I can tell you right now if it is. You said Pandora?
Yeah.
I don't see Pandora. I don't see it on actually, yes, it is on Pandora.
Okay. Okay, that's my favorite streaming platform.
There you go.
So we will, because I've been putting up artists on Poetic Recovery on the website, and so we will be linking to you as well, so people can find your music. Now, when they go to your website, will they be able to click on your music to get to those different platforms?
So through my website, I have a page for like just snippets of the music. So samples, if someone wants to buy a CD or download it, you have access to all or most of my music videos, pictures, all that stuff. Now, in order to get to those platforms, you just have to do it directly. So it's on Spotify. You would have to go to Spotify. If it's on YouTube, you'd have to go to YouTube.
Well, at least they can go to. At least they'll be able to go to that page. I'll link that page. At least they'll be able to go there, hear the snippets and stuff, and if they want to buy it, they can, go and search for it.
Yeah.
From there. Okay, cool. All right, so let's just go. We're gonna get some more poetry in, and then get a couple more pieces, and then I want to come back to you, Wes, and I want to talk about just a couple minutes about what happened the other day, and then we're gonna get to our free write.
So real quick,
Yep.
I actually can't hang too much longer because I'm supposed to have a conference call with the band I'm in Boston at 9:30.
Okay.
I shot you a message like not too long ago on Facebook just because I didn't want to interrupt this. But yeah, I just want to give you a heads up, and I'll be back. I'll definitely be back.
Okay. Well, so let me ask you this. Let me ask you now then.
Yeah.
On what happened the other day with the storming of the Capitol? What's your take on that?
It's embarrassing. It's an absolute joke. It makes us look weak to every other group in the world. But the one thing that frustrated me the most, and so the school I teach at now, probably they're high schoolers, so they didn't quite know how to digest it. But that's the thing, it's like trying to explain to them why it's so frustrating. They're like, oh well, this thing. I was like, you don't get it though, because if they were either not white or if they were wearing like Biden or Bernie shirts, they wouldn't be standing. It's the double standard is insane. Like watching it play out on TV was just like, how is this real life? That's how it hit me. It's just like, how is this real? It seems like it's fake. It seems like it's a joke. Like, it seems like a sitcom. How does this happen in real life?
Yeah.
And that's it. When it comes to this topic, I just get louder and more angry the more I talk about it, just because it's frustrating. But that's something I got to work on, is just articulating it better. But that's where I'm at. It's really disappointing.
I hear you. I hear you. All right. So what I want to do is I want to connect with you outside of here so I can get at least one track from you as soon as I can, because we do this thing where we go over a topic and we discuss it, and I play a song or two while we free write. And so I'd like for your, one of your classical pieces to be, one of the tracks that we write to, during our open mics. So that way we can keep promoting you as well through our open mics also. So.
Awesome. I appreciate it, man. It's always a good time touching base with you guys. And it's funny because I'm hard to nail down. I'm a really busy guy, so I'm hard to nail down. But I always appreciate when you reach out, because I love when I am able to hop on. I love it.
Let me ask you, did you got 2 more minutes at least?
Yep, 2 more.
Can you pick up a guitar real quick?
Let's see. I got this bad boy.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure how it sounds through the phone, but
it's all right.
Yeah, you want me to blast through something?
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I can just get this placed. Not warmed up or anything like that, so just be gentle. Let's see. I'm gonna play a song. It's by a guy called Andy McKee. He kind of introduced this whole style of music to me. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't even know that this stuff existed. So it's a mixture of a lot of, like I said, I'm a drummer too, so it's a lot of percussion and a lot of crazy. Man, this is really hard to do if you can't see what I'm doing. It's hard to explain if you can't see what I'm doing, but I'll do my best to make it visible. So yeah, this one's called Drifting.
That was really good. Thank you. That was cool.
Not a problem, guys. Not a always a pleasure.
Awesome. Beautiful work.
Thank you, thank you. That's Maurice. I was worried you were going to get mad at me for that because that's the one I always play at Poetic Recovery.
Why would I get mad at you for that?
It's the same thing all the time, but
nah,
so,
man.
yeah, that's what I do. That's my thing.
No, I thought that was dope, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you playing it for us, man. And you know,
absolutely.
I definitely appreciate you taking time out to come out here and connect with us and spread the love. Help us spread the love to each other, to other people.
We can do. It's all we can do at this point.
Thank you.
But all right, guys, it's been a pleasure speaking with all of you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, guys, have a good one.
You too. Have a good night, bro.
Thanks again. That really was awesome.
All right, man. Thank you very much. Have a good one, guys.
Again, that was Wes Parker. Amazing musician. It's incredible. Just he's been an ally of Poetic Recovery, Community Against Hate. Willing to, when something's wrong, say something's wrong, and encourage people to stand strong in their love, and humanity. So want to send another thank you to Wes Parker. And thank you for all those who logged on tonight. Who's got some poetry out there to read? Jerry, where you at?
Yeah, I'm still here, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Yeah, I have a Yeah, I'm still digesting Cool Kyle, man. And there's a piece in what he was saying that I pulled out of, and I kind of incorporated into this piece that I had been working on.
Okay, you want to read it for us?
Yeah. Let me give me 1 second.
When you gonna start logging on with that video, bro?
Well, I gotta hook up with you, man, so you can give me some technical advice, man, so I can get hooked up, man. I want to do that. But anyway, this piece is called Twice Removed. Ooh. And I can set it up. I'll just go ahead and read it. And it's from nuanced striation to progressive orders of magnitude, divergent pathways, diametric pipelines, from the outset, instilled, etched into the realm of second nature, instinct. The path forward was clear. Even now, years and miles and all manner of division removed, like the swallows returning to Capistrano, like high school reunion shit. Divergent paths converge, finishing school and finishing school. Some are prepped for Yale, others are primed for jail. The coming of age, from coming of age to prim and proper and polished and poised, primed for Yale from the Y to the A to the L to the E, coming of age, juvenile to delinquent to development arrested, hijacked future, humanity contested, primed for jail, private prison, lowest common denominator, like back in the day, like back on the block, sold and traded, pumped and primed, prepped big time for jail, or from the Y to the A to the L to the E. That's a piece I call Twice Removed.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jonathan.
Very good, Jerry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right. Yes, I have a little piece here. Maurice, you will let me read it?
If you allow me to allow you to read it, I'll allow it.
Of course. Yes. Okay, I'll just get comfortable. It's a shame that Cool Kyle didn't get to hear it because it's not about hip hop, but it talks about DJs and clubs and stuff like that. The filthy feline was in his room, thinking about things that were beautiful, such as techno. He remembered attending raves conducted in the Balearic Islands years ago, parties at which Filthy would often sit next to the DJs and talk to them about the music. Techno was beautifully robotic, beautifully mechanical, beautifully repetitive. The feline remembered one particular track that was actually called techno music. It was recorded by Juan Atkins. The cat could listen to that track all day and all night, and sometimes did just that. Filthy liked techno because it enabled him to get outside himself and put him in a trance-like state. Okay, that was the story of Filthy Feline and techno.
Yo, you know what? I'm glad I don't have a girlfriend, and I'm glad she's not on here because if she was, she'd fall in love with your voice, and we'd have to fight. So
That's a
we could
good
be
one.
friends. We could be friends for a long time, there, bro.
He does really have a
Uh,
seductive voice. He really does. It was very nice.
yeah, yeah, thank you. I
Eh,
appreciate that.
Not just the way that you said it, just that even everything in the poems I like. Very nice.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we.
Sometimes I wish I could. Sometimes I wish I could get somebody else to write material for me, though. You know.
Well, I was gonna say, man, because I'm gonna be working on doing some stuff for Poetic Recovery. Um, and I don't know if you're thinking about DJing, but if you wanted to DJ an hour a week or
I
something.
actually was. Yeah, yeah. I was actually thinking about that. You know, we were talking about Pandora. Yeah, sure. I could, I could give it a try and play some really obscure tracks because, I was getting to think that, it's the mainstream of the music industry is like empty. There's an emptiness at the center of the mainstream. What's interested is on the margins, around the edges. So I think that's the music that should be showcased.
So I have a lot of artists that have given us permission to play their music already. So I
Hmm.
will give you all that.
Yeah.
And then other artists,
Mm.
they'd have to be independent, and they'd have to send us the
Yeah.
music and give us permission to play it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
we ain't in the habit of paying people to promote their music.
Yeah, I actually had a question on that piece you just read.
Hmm. Yeah. What about it?
Yeah, so the relation between techno and trance, are they hand in hand, or is trance just one piece of the techno
Well,
genre?
I would say that the idea is that trance came after techno. Techno set the stage for trance, and to me, trance is a kind of music robotic, even more repetitive, even more mechanical than techno.
Okay.
And I think trance is more associated with it's more associated with continental Europe to a great extent, while techno is often associated with Detroit, with people like Juan Atkins out of Detroit.
So when you say associated with Europe, you're talking about like craft work?
All of it comes from Kraftwerk. I would say Kraftwerk is, as a matter of fact, I would say that the twin towers of techno are Kraftwerk and Africa Bambaataa. I mean,
Really?
that's really where I come from. It's sort of like my attitude towards hip hop is that I see the connection between hip hop and electronic music.
Interesting.
So I'm about to I want let me interject. I know Sean has to leave, so Sean, I want to thank you for coming through. Sean, can you hear me? Your mic's muted if you say anything. We had William Cupiano in tonight, who had to help out before he left. He said, "Count on my help, Maurice. I'll see you next time. We'll talk. Got to
Thank
run."
you.
You're welcome, man. Thanks a lot, man. I hope you enjoyed it while you was here.
I did. Jonathan, Jerry, I didn't get to say it before, but thank you very much, guys. That was, this was eye-opening for me. So thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you, man. Say what's up to D for me. Say hi to everybody.
Definitely will. Love you, bro.
Likewise, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
So real quick, it's just the four of us. All right. I want us to spend it's 9:43. Phaedra's about to pass out. Jonathan looks like he has a black eye, and Jerry's phone keeps clicking, and I'm about to pass out myself. I don't know if you guys have been stressed this whole week, but I've been stressed. So I just want to check in with you guys about how you guys are feeling around all of this stuff. See if anybody wrote any poetry specifically relating to what happened the other day, the insurrection on the state's capital. Let's start with you, Phaedra.
Hello. No, I did not.
Now, you mind sharing your thoughts about, has it affected you in any way? And if so, how? And how have you been processing it?
Absolutely. Like I said, we're all connected, and it was an absolute disgrace to see what happened. I feel embarrassed. And I've been trying not to watch the news. The one day I turn it on, this is what you see. How have I been processing it? I'm trying to put it out of my mind. It's very difficult because, you see people posting about stuff all the time on Facebook, you know. I pray to God that we'll be able to move past this. I don't know. It just seems like things just continue to get worse.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that we're going to have to be able to close our eyes and turn our backs on. It's something that we have to face. And I think that a lot of people in this country have come to have like been, let's close our eyes and it's going to go away. And that's the problem. I mean, we have to face it. We have to figure out how to face it. And I'm hoping we can use poetry as a medium for people to like look at it and process it, and work through it. What about you, Jerry?
Yeah, I have I guess for me, the biggest thing I'm trying to wrap my brain around is how it was allowed to even happen. How the perimeter got breached, was allowed to be breached. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of questions. I kind of have to pull away. I can't really even process it. I can't even watch the news anymore about that event. But I think on the positive side that we are looking at a new era. As Cool Kyle pointed out, there's a change that's going to happen in a couple of weeks. It's not going to be the end all be all, but it's going to take us to a better place than we've been at. So yeah, it's painful to just process and digest at this point. Yeah, I guess I feel kind of like helpless, because I mean, when our commander in chief is the one who's stirring the pot, and I mean, it's like, who do we turn to, But at any rate, my question is there going to be a inaugural poetry event? You were around back when Obama got first elected. In his inauguration, it was a countrywide poetry thing going on. Is anything like that scheduled to happen for this time, or do you know?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Biden Kamala supporter. I mean, I did support the Democratic ticket, but I don't support them because they've just been so crooked to us. That's just me personally. I know some people feel differently, but the crime bill has utterly destroyed the black community. Kamala, in her power, arrested a record number of black people on marijuana charges. When white people in her same position were more sympathetic and more helpful towards our communities. So I support Democratic ticket because the bigotry, the people running around with guns everywhere, it was too much. It was too much, and so I don't know. I don't. What I will do though is I will hold an event that will highlight the need for political conversation and change. On around the inauguration, I would do that. You know what I'm saying? But I will not do anything that particularly makes this administration looks better than what they have been to our community.
Yeah, well, I kind of agree. And you and I, we've had many, many intense conversations about that. But I think that it's not so much, for me, it's not so much about celebrating, Biden himself, as it is about celebrating the fact that this could have very easily gone we could very easily have Trump for another 4 years. So I guess for me, that would be the celebration that's.
Yeah, I mean,
that kind of got nipped in the bud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm totally up for doing something like that. If you want to, do something like that with me, I'm totally up for it. How about you, Jonathan? Would you be up for something like that? What about you, Phaedra?
To tell you the truth, I even had an idea about that. Not that I'm not a political person at all, really. I'm an admirer of John F. Kennedy or anything like that. But when John F. Kennedy was inaugurated, Robert Frost read a poem at his inauguration. So I thought maybe I could find the poem that Robert Frost read at that inauguration, and I could read it.
Well, if we do an event, all the artists have to do their original works, because it's my way of encouraging you to be you, right? Robert Frost was Robert Frost, right? He had a great marketing firms, promoted stuff. He was a great artist, no doubt. However, right, you too are a great person, and your work is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? So if I do an event, I'd welcome you and your original works, because people need to look at how we're dealing with these times and how we're moving forward, and they're going to look at our wisdom on getting through today. Robert Frost can't help us to get through today because he's not here. He's no longer here. But you are. You know what I mean? And so you, Jerry, Phaedra, is your wisdom that I would highlight to help us move us forward. Phaedra?
Well,
go ahead. Sorry. Who was speaking?
I think it was Jonathan. Jonathan, I would really encourage you to write some erotic poetry. You got the voice for it.
Some melodic poetry.
I was erotic, and I was gonna say I was thinking about it, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna put her on the spot. But now that you started it, Phaedra, hey John, here's what I was gonna say earlier: is that so? You know what erotic poetry is, right?
Oh, yes, I know what erotic poetry is, and I also know that were I to attempt to write some, I'm just afraid that I might end up offending some people and maybe even getting Poetic Recovery shut down.
Well, here's the thing, Jonathan. I'll write it for you, and then you can say it.
Nope. here's the thing, because Phaedra don't know when 10 o'clock comes, right? So we ain't supposed to say anything about erotic poetry until 10 o'clock. Phaedra's trying to get me shut down. But I do agree with her. I think that, you'd have a very good voice for it. And, Phaedra would be very enticed, uh, to say the least.
Well, actually, to tell you the truth, Maurice, were you to permit it, I would certainly be willing to read anything that Phaedra
Nope,
were to
nope. You
write.
have to do your own original works. You have to do your own original works. And don't I don't care. You'd have to do your own you have to do your own original works. All right, because I got faith in you, man. I got faith in you. And it will encourage you to come up with your own style.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Maurice. I mean, I do have some stuff, some erotic stuff that I've written in the past that isn't particularly offensive. That, yes, I could.
I don't care if it's offensive. Once 10 o'clock comes and we stop the live stream,
What?
once 10 o'clock comes and we stop the live stream, we can talk about that. So
Uh,
that's in 7 minutes. So let's talk about that in 7 minutes.
okay.
And I'll stop the live stream and so let's talk about that in 7 minutes.
Sure. Absolutely.
Um, y'all and got some parents offended somewhere watching this channel. They was like, oh, it ain't I'm kind of frustrated. Let me run this by y'all. How did you guys feel about tonight so far?
It was
I thought it
great.
was
I loved
awesome.
it.
Yeah, I thought Cool Kyle was like off the hook, man. I was really yeah, and Wes as well. So I thought tonight I loved it, man. Yeah, I'm
I
liking it.
guess the
I'm
reason
digging
why I'm
it.
asking, I'm kind of frustrated because like people started leaving, man, and I'm like, yo, like I have like a jam-packed night for people, and like people are like, I gotta go, I gotta leave, I gotta get off, and I'm guess I'm kind of offended in a way. I'm kind of hurt in a way because I've been working a whole lot to like lead up to nights like this, and like people just, I felt like it didn't really mean a lot to people, and they just like bagged out.
No, 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 Maurice. We all I think everybody really appreciate it. I don't want your feelings to be hurt or for you to be upset about it. I was speaking with Judy, and she was just saying how exhausted she was. And then Liz had company, and I had something too that I had to take care of, but it's fine now. It's not that we didn't want to be here, so please don't be offended by that. It was a lovely show. Sometimes people have stuff going on. It's nothing personal, so please don't take it personal.
But why would they like schedule it on tonight though? Tonight Maurice is here. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
I'm teasing, but like, it's not about me. It's about us, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I know when I leave Poetic Recovery, I've connected with some really great people, and it reminds me, it charges me, and it drains out the negative energy that's left over from the craziness that I've endured before I've gotten to this night. And I actually was thinking about expanding it for another night during the week, and I wanted to talk to you all about it to see if you all would be interested in that or what.
But can I comment on what you just said, though?
Phaedra's saying no. Phaedra's voting no. Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah. So, in terms of you feeling like you had gone to lengths to set something really awesome up, and then it didn't really get the reception that that you were hoping for, I would say to you that should be more energizing to you than if it had got the reception that you were hoping for. And the reason I say that is because we always come with more than is going to be really appreciated or understood or digested. You know what I mean? And so we have to always leave knowing that, yeah, okay, I was ready, I was in the zone, and maybe I'm just ahead of the curve a little bit, you know. So when you come back the next time with something, and it might still not get, you know, the reception that you hope for, you should still be more. You should continue to be energized because there's more where that came from. Whatever you brought today to this show, there's more where that came from. You know what I'm saying? So we continue to expect great things of you, you know, and that's your cross to bear, bro.
Well, I mean, so you guys got to help share, help invite people out. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking about starting like a monthly meeting where we discuss like what we're gonna do the month after. You know, start like bringing other people in on the idea and stuff like that because as much as this is my baby and I've created it, I think it's time to bring some other voices to the table. You know what I mean? And make it a real community type thing.
Are you saying you're willing to you're open to the idea of relinquishing control of?
No, I didn't say that. Watch your mouth, Jerry. I'm open to ideas. Little baby steps, bro.
No, well, I'm always up for offering some input. You know what I'm saying?
As long as you offering to help make it happen, I don't mind about that.
Okay, all right, yeah, but you're gonna hold on to the reins, though. You're gonna still be at
Absolutely.
the wheel.
All the reindeers, all the horses, I got the reins, bro. You know what I'm saying? Kick you off my ship if you don't like it. No, I'm just messing with you.
All right, well, that sounds about right. And,
Thanks
so, yeah,
a lot.
I think it's awesome, man, that you're opening it up for feedback, you know. And, so what do you have in mind? What are you thinking of having like a
Well, let's do
pre-show
this. Let's
or
do
post-show
this because
kind of powwow or
let's do
what?
this because we've talked for a little while. I want us to get into reading some more poetry. Especially for those that just tuned in or been in for a while. I know Phaedra. Look. I want to make Phaedra famous. Phaedra don't understand, and I don't think she wants to be famous, but I'm gonna try to make her famous anyway. Because if she becomes famous, I become famous, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather become famous for doing poetry than doing porno. You know what I'm saying? So to make that true, we gotta help share this worldwide. So anybody got any more poetry to do?
I have a suggestion.
No, this is about poetry. You got a
Okay.
poem? You want to read a poem?
No, it's just I have somebody who I think would be an interesting person to perform as a part of Poetic Recovery, and that's MC Light from back in the day. You remember her?
Well, can we talk about that when we have business discussions and not doing the
Of,
actual
of,
open mic?
of
Oh,
course, of
that wasn't
course.
even the time for you to bring it up when we. Man,
Now get on him, Maurice, like you get on me when I always put my foot in my mouth. Go ahead.
What the hell's wrong with you, damn it? No, I'm just, I'm just messing with you. I just didn't want Phaedra to feel left out. I'm not saying that's a bad idea. I'm saying I want us to like focus on some poetry for a little bit more. So, would you like to read another poem, or I'm looking for some poetry too?
I can read one. I can read one.
I'm serious about my poetry.
All right.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Wait. All right, go ahead, Phaedra. Go ahead, Phaedra.
This one is called.
Oh, wait. Hold on. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah, I just had to mess with you. Go ahead.
Oh. This one is called Checkmate. I often hear there's an echo.
Yeah, there is an echo. Hold on. That was Jerry's phone. Go ahead.
Okay. Checkmate. I often hear that I have an elusive personality, drawn back, distant. When did it start? What was I protecting? How did I learn it? I answer all the right questions with answers, evading as I ignored the truth. In my defense, I was supporting a team. I often dreamt that I would one day be open to catch a few. Many times the ball would dribble in my court. It just soaked in the mud once. I played it off. I pretended. I laughed it off, not wanting you to see the confusion that was dormant in my head. I found ways to ease the uncertainties in my life. I had to protect myself. I found ways of giving just a little. I understand how to pull back. You came closer. I riddled the most unsolvable puzzles. I left you hanging like a chandelier, suspended in the air. This intrigued you. You thought I might be a challenge. It was an unmatched game of chess. You were the pawn, and I was anticipating your each and every move. Yeah.
I think that's beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if you want to think about that. Do you?
Do I want to think about it?
Do you want to hear what I think about that?
Yeah.
That reminds me of a woman who, well, actually, what I first thought about when you first said it, you know, when you like use can you read the part about you catching a ball? Your mic's on mute.
Yeah. So, in my defense, I was supporting a team. I often dreamed that I would one day be open to catch a few. Many times the ball would just dribble. It got soaked in the mud once. I played it off. I pretended. I laughed it off, not wanting you to see the confusion that was dormant in my head.
So go back to the beginning. You was on a team. You was dreaming of catching a few. What exactly did you mean by that?
I don't know what I meant by that when I wrote it.
When I was listening to you write it, what I imagined was when I was playing basketball on a team and like somebody would throw the ball and I like try to catch it and it just hit me in the face, or if I was under the backboard and they went to make a shot and I went to catch it and it would just hit me in the face. You know what I'm saying? Look at Liz.
No.
Look at Liz trying to get back into it.
I'm
Hold on.
back. I'm back.
Let me
I'm
finish.
back.
Hey, stop interrupting us, Liz. Don't be just hopping in interrupting the show. You on mute. You're on mute. Yeah, finish. Be
I
quiet.
thought
Quiet. We're talking. We're talking.
I don't think it had anything to do with the basketball.
I'm not saying it did. I'm just saying what the visions that it brought to mind. That's but that's not all it brought to mind either. I'm not done. Why y'all want to interrupt me? All right. Now, I'm just saying that's what it brought to mind for me, right? It just made me think about that, right? But then when you went on, right, and you was finishing, right, it's about love. You know what I'm saying? It's about someone wanting to be noticed, right? Someone wanting to be part of a team, right? And then when that person wasn't on the team, that person withdrew, right? And I feel like I understand the need to withdraw, you know, emotionally when the connection doesn't happen. But if nothing happened in like a horrible way, I don't think there's a reason to like disappear. Um, because maybe it was for the best. You know, I know me. Let's say me, for instance, if somebody tried to get with me, right? I'm a hard person, right? Like just emotionally, like relationships scare the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? And but I know like once a person hurts me, I shut them down, right? I do. I shut them down. You know what I'm saying? And so we never know what a person is going through inside. You know what I mean? And so that same person that if you would disappear from, that same person could have ended up being an incredible friend. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I wouldn't X that person. I would just try to be more open, because you don't know how scars affect people. There's people that get car accident, right? And they like get internal scars and it really affects their mobility. And they don't know till they go to the doctors and doctors do an x-ray or MRI or whatever and realize that that internal scar is affecting that person and they do whatever they have to do to help them out. So I don't know. That's my take on it. Anybody else? Did that make sense to you, Phaedra, at all?
Well, I guess it does, but this was referring for me more of like somebody that was being played.
Okay.
And that's your perception of it, but yeah, that
No,
was definitely.
I didn't think about. I didn't feel like anybody was being played. I just felt like it was more like somebody, tired of waiting
No,
more than anything.
but yeah, that's okay. That's what's so wonderful about poetry.
Yeah. Somebody else is gonna say something that's gonna be totally different.
Perception is the perception of the person.
You didn't even hear the poem, Liz. So be quiet. Jerry,
No, I'm just saying it's perception.
what are you talking
Listening
to
to
right
you
now?
two go back and forth,
You
it's
left,
perception.
you left the open mic. You on punishment. Go to your corner. Jerry, did you hear the
I'm
poem?
sorry.
That's all right. I love you. Jerry, did you hear the poem?
I heard it.
You want to give your take?
Well, taking
Was
it
it
from the
dope?
title means that chess is basically it's about life in all its dimensions, all its phases. So your take on it kind of goes into like a more deep psychological thing, which again is part of life. But I think that the way my take on it is that it wasn't written from the same place that you interpreted it from. But that's cool. That's fine. My take on it, I enjoyed hearing it. I related to it, and I wasn't really reading a lot of deep psychological stuff into it or personalizing it, which it sounds like you were doing to some extent, But it's all good because poetry, once you put something out there, in the words of Sun Ra, you never know which way a bird will fly, and so you throw something out and it's open to interpretation. Now, that said, I have one erotic poem that I can read, and it's after 10, so it's okay.
No. I have to stop the stream. Give me a second. Can you hold on for
I
a
thought the
second?
stream stopped at 10.
It's supposed to, but we was doing our last round. Let's finish up this round of poetry, and then we can go there. Can you hold on, bro?
I can hold on.
All right, thank you so much. Jonathan. Oh, and by the way, in response to what you said, Jerry, um, I love talking about how poetry affects me, and I love listening to other people's take on it because what it does for me is it makes me realize that the world doesn't evolve around me or life doesn't evolve around me, that we're all connected and we all have our own takes on things. And it opens us up to communicating with other people. So you were not supposed to criticize my take on her poem, damn it. But thank you anyway. It helped me out. All right. Go ahead,
Wait,
Jerry. Go ahead.
Maurice? Yes,
Yes,
Maurice?
yes, big brother Jonathan.
Yes, I could read. It's relatively short, the continuation of what I read before. Would you be amenable to that?
Wait, you mean you started reading a poem before and you didn't finish the damn thing? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, there was a place to stop in the middle of it, and I thought, stop in the middle. But now we have a little more time for a little more poetry. I could do the last part of it if
I,
you are willing to have me do it.
I thought you was done. So how
Uh,
about this? How about you read another full poem, and then next Friday you come and you read that whole poem in its entirety. How about that?
Prepared though, right now. I just have this two-part poem, and I read part one, and you say read the whole thing next Friday, so I don't have anything else prepared right now.
That's a lie, bro. Because I know you got millions of poems, bro. I know you got
It's
millions of
raw.
poems. Jonathan, you know what you're doing right now? It's like we're at a car dealership and you want me to give you 25,000 and I just want to give you 15,000 and you trying to get me up to where you want me to go. It ain't happening. I know you got a lot of
No,
poems, bro,
yeah,
and you could read another poem.
yeah, yeah, Maurice. I could go over to the shelf and pick something up, but it would be raw. It would be unpolished, and I have
Bring
my
it.
artistic integrity.
Bring it. Bring it. Bring the raw, bro. That's what we do.
Okay, fine. Just at random, I'll go over to the.
That's
I'll
right.
see what I can do. I'll go over to the.
See, I knew I was
To
right.
the
I know y'all. I know poets. I know poets, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, Liz. What you got, Liz? Go ahead, talk junk and say you ain't got nothing. By the way, by
What
the
you
way,
talking about?
how was your company?
Huh?
How was your company?
How was what?
The company.
Oh, it was good. Yeah, it was good. It was
You tell,
just a short visit.
you tell them I said hello.
No.
Hi.
What do you want me to do? A poem?
Yes.
All right, let me just pick one out.
Oh, by the way, what people don't know is that I know all of you, and so we joke around like that.
Oh yeah. Some
And
I don't know. Sometimes I think everybody thinks that we're all new. We're not. You know.
we've been hanging out for years. If it was a new person in here reading, I wouldn't even. We would. I just be like, thank you. Next.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to find something.
I just be mad when poets like you and Jerry come to the open mics, and you guys be like, "Oh, I don't know. I might have something to read. Oh, do you want me to read?" And it's like,
I need a light.
yo, people been coming to open mics for like ever, and they act like they don't know to bring poetry to inside of the place. And then they're like, "Oh, well, let me go back out to the car and get something to read." Like, no, how about you not read today at all? Because that's just BS. Because you knew he was coming to open mic. Jonathan, Liz is still looking. Did you get yours, Jonathan? You're on mute.
very rough. This is going to be very rough. This is going to be very raw. But
Can,
I
can we
did
see,
find something.
can we see your face while you read it
Sure. Um,
instead of the top of your head, top of your forehead?
okay. Okay. How's that?
All right, cool. Thank you,
Okay.
Jonathan.
Yes. Yes. The filthy feline was thinking about his Aunt Millie. Millie was very argumentative. She liked to correct people's grammar. Once the feline was talking about this guy who worked at a gas station. No guy, Aunt Millie said. He show some respect for him. From that moment on, the cat refrained from using the term guy, except when he was deliberately trying to be colloquial. Another time, Filthy McNasty uh, referred to the janitor uh, who worked at his school. Don't call him janitor, his aunt said. He's a custodian. Show him some respect. From that day, Filthy avoided using the word janitor, except when he informal. As I told you, it was going to be rough, and it was.
Very nice.
Thank you, Jerry.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That was cute.
Oh,
I really thought so. All right. You want me to go?
I think you're cute too, Liz.
Huh?
I said I think you're cute too.
Shut up. I don't like when you say that word.
You don't like when I say the word, but you just said it.
I said it to him about his poem.
Go ahead, Liz. What you got?
Okay. Um, Poetic recovery, a life-saving discovery. I found my voice not by chance, but by choice. When I had nothing left to spare, the pen and paper were there. The imagination threw in the thoughts, whether suicidal or just a little something homicidal. Never gave it a second thought. No holding back, no procrastination. Demons released in major denominations. Killer words put together to bring peace of mind. Words flowed like lyrics to a beat, as if my brain had sprung a leak. Nothing to fix, let the poetry find its flow. My imagination releases phrases. Imagination run into to the craziest places. Sometimes in groves, sometimes in a little at a time, like running ink, easy going, nice and slow. In whatever fashion came written words of expression, repeatedly and in great succession. The release was more than just words, letting go of my transgressions, easing the pain that led to my aggressions, the confusing thoughts in my head release, the voice that clouded my thoughts gone to give me peace. My soul was at peace from the words I just let go. The heaviness in my heart became lighter with every stroke. No longer feeling like I had swallowed so many words I was beginning to choke. Like smoke signals in the atmosphere, I'm letting the fire burn out so that you all can see what I'm about. No need to feel barricaded in my four walls. I screamed for salvation, but no one heard my calls. Living an empty life, walking through empty halls, looking for someone to help me find my sanity, when all I needed was in front of me. When I thought I had nothing more was when I found that paper and pen. Had it not been for that, this would have been a suicidal letter. It would have been the easy way out, but I chose to do one better. I wrote poetry instead of writing my life off to the end. Thank God for my savior. Thank God for my paper and pen. Thank you.
Beautiful, Liz.
Huh? Oh, let me get my mic off. Yeah, thank you. Maurice, I don't know if that was an old one.
Yeah. No, I remember that. Thank
That
you.
was an oldie. Yeah.
I remember that. And but goody. All right. I got a poem. I guess we'll make this the last one before 10 o'clock, and we'll discuss whether or not we want to do erotic session. And then from here out, I don't want to ever hit the word
Can
erotic.
I get feedback? Can I get feedback on that last piece?
Yeah,
Are
she
you
wants some.
accepting
Go ahead.
feedback?
Go ahead.
Yeah. What I took away from that was the healing piece. That basically, that as poets, we're healers, both self-healing and healing others. And so, that piece to me was about healing.
Yeah, it was definitely about releasing that aggression and those negative thoughts, So
Yeah. I love the line where you said demons, releasing demons in major denominations. I like that, and I can envision that. I can visualize that.
Thank you, Jerry.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Jerry.
So are we shut down? I mean, are you still live or are we what?
We still live. I'm gonna do my poem real quick, and then we're gonna end this portion. You know, so Phaedra can go to sleep, and then we can get hot and bothered. All right. So this is called "I Want to See the Way to a Brighter Day." Phaedra, can you sing that part for me, please? Liz, can you sing?
Repeat the line.
I want to see the way to a brighter day.
I wanna see the way to a brighter day.
All right, never mind. What about? No, I'm just kidding. That was all right. Go
Well,
ahead, do it.
really? Really?
I'm just messing.
Yeah, really?
I'm
Okay.
just.
Okay.
All
Okay, I
right,
got you.
do it again. Do it again. Do it again. I'm just messing with you. Do it again. I want to see the way to
To
a
a
brighter.
brighter day.
Go ahead, do
I
it again.
wanna see the way to a brighter day. Come on, Phaedra. I wanna see the way to a brighter day. I wanna see the way to a brighter day.
All right, cool. So we'll do it 3 times. We'll do it 4 times, and then I'll go into the poem. All right.
Okay.
All right. Ready? Oh, we go. I want to see the way. I want to see the way. I
To a
want to
brighter day.
see the way.
To a brighter day.
And
I
then
wanna see the way to a brighter day. I wanna see the way to a
to
brighter day. I
the
wanna see the way to a
to a
brighter day.
all right, all right. You got it.
Yeah, I
Did that
thought that
sound?
was it. I did 4.
Nah, but I'm saying that we was practicing. Phaedra,
Oh,
did
okay.
that sound okay for you, Phaedra? Jerry, did that sound okay for you?
Say that again?
Did that sound good to you? That sound all right?
Well, that was yes, the voice. I like the singing, but was that it or what?
No, I'm
I'm
just
not
asking.
understanding
I'm
what
just
happened. I
asking
don't
if it
understand what
sounded
happened.
okay. I'm just asking. I'm just asking if that sounded all right. So, all right, cool. Jonathan, how'd that sound for you?
Pretty good.
All
Pretty
right,
good.
cool. Are you ready, Liz? We got.
Yeah,
Let's get it. I
I
want
wanna see the way to a brighter day. I wanna see the way
Want to see the
to a
to a
brighter
brighter
day.
day.
I wanna see the way to a brighter day. I wanna see the way to a brighter day.
my abusive, horrific past is gone. Back then, it was the dawn of uprising pain and self-destruction, life slowly disrupting. For being the lost child, the predator in the wild, learning about straps and razors, intimidation and sexual favors, bagging drugs and life. Ironically, I wanted to live right, but my emotional door was closing. My spirit and hope began eroding. I wanted to die, evaporate. I prayed for life of mine to separate. Molestation and abuse dissolve, positive projection. Still inside, I fought for correction. I want to see the way. I'll mute your mic to a brighter day. I want
I
to
wanna see the way to a brighter day. I wanna see the way to a brighter day. I wanna see the way to a
to.
brighter day.
Nobody changed my life to grant me the right. It was the lost time that sent the sign that I can do whatever, despite the stormy in the weather. Counselors and pastors saw my Pastors and counselors saw my potential as intricate. In the jail cell, kneeling and praying, they saw my potential before it did. It was the bad boys that threw me hope. It was the bad boys that threw me hope. The good boys threw me dope. They that I could be somebody, not just a lump of something. Sorry, I had to develop a plan so that I could become a responsible, respectable black man. I want
to see the way to a
to
brighter day.
I want to
Want
see
to
the
see the
way
way to a
to
brighter day. I
I
want to see the way to a brighter
want
day. I
I want
want to
to see
see the way to a brighter day.
I had to develop a plan so that I could become a responsible black man. This journey won't be short and easy. I want to rid self of negativity within me. Doesn't mean I'm bad, just an environmental product. A foster child trying to get unstuck. DSS didn't come around anymore. My mom beating, accepting lashes like a freaky whore. The village must have burned. The one came to my rescue. I told my story. They gave me a new soul. Does it matter when leaders give up or preachers give up on purpose so they can use you and they can rise up on an economical level and forget you? Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you is what they say. So I pray.
I want to see the way to a brighter day. I want to see the way to a brighter day. I want to see the way to a brighter day. I want to see the way to a brighter day.
Day. Thank you.
Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I want to thank y'all for
Thank
coming
you.
to recovery. Want to thank all y'all that tuned in. Want to thank Cool Cow, the original Star Child, for coming by tonight. A real unexpected, surprising, but beautiful visit. Want to thank Wes Parker, man, for coming through and allow us to interview him and sharing some of his work with us. Want to thank Sean for tuning in, Judy for tuning in, Dave Rose stopped by. Want to thank Jerry Waller for stopping by, Liz Filomeno, Jonathan Becker. They didn't just stop by, they made it what it is tonight. Want to thank Phaedra, the queen of Friday Night Open Mic. What? For stopping by.
Goddess, not
What
queen.
excuse me. I'm doing this. Want to thank y'all very much for making this night a beautiful evening and lifting me up when I had my doubts. Thank you so much. We want to thank y'all, man, for really making it a fun place to be. You know what I'm saying? Definitely very much. So this is going to end our portion. Y'all can check it out on YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel. And you can be encouraged to come to our group, our Poetic Recovery group on Facebook. Share your works. Share it. Do not share it, but post it in the group. Shares get deleted. Post poetry in the group. Give us something to talk about. Let's connect. And we'll see you again, hopefully next Friday. Y'all take it easy. Have a good night. Peace.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Phaedra. Good night, Mo. Good night, Jonathan. Good night, Jerry.
Liz.
Yes.
Liz, we're not leaving. We're just logging off a live stream.
Oh.
We're saying goodbye to. We're saying goodbye to. We're saying goodbye to the other people. You want to start all over? Liz, you want to start all over? Goodbye, Jonathan. Goodbye.
Good night, Jonathan. Good night, Phaedra. Good night, guys.
See, now you got me saying goodbye to everybody.
I mean, good night to the live stream.
I wasn't saying good. I wasn't saying good night to them at first. I was telling them thank you, and then I was gonna say good night to the live stream, to the people out there that's watching. Thank y'all for tuning in. Come back next Friday for some more laughs, and thank you for making this beautiful for what it is, and grow with us. Have a good night. Peace. And don't let all the craziness in the world get you down. Definitely. Don't let it. No matter what's going on, we're building the family. We're going to keep building. We're going to keep building. We don't care what anybody does, how much hate they feel. We're going to love us. That's what we're going to do. That's what Poetic Recovery is about. Peace and blessings. Stay up.